What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm not going to make this video long at all. I just want to, I said I'm going to do a comprehensive timeline of Umar Johnson scams. And, I started on and haven't really got that far into it. But as you can see right here, I just listed a couple of scams that he did just for us to, without even talking about FDMG, even though I put FDMG 2019, we can list other scams that he's done. He collected that $10,000 back in 2023 for the shockumentary scam. Same thing he did in 2018 going into 2019. 2022, he stole that money from the King Randall School of X. He was paid to come. He never showed up, never gave a refund. I think that was like $3,000 or something. He recorded a construction crew and pretended that they were working on it. Now, I did a video. My last video shows the evidence of him recording a construction crew in front of FDMG. He pretty much said they were working on FDMG, but they were actually working on the streets on behalf of the city. Umar Johnson had nothing to do with them redoing the streets. And of course, you had the 2018 where he took money from some black people in Canada, but he refused to show up. He refused to perform. He didn't give them their money back. There's articles about that. I'm probably gonna leave some links in the description below. So if you guys want to go to this article and read about Umar Johnson, pretty much robbing that Black Canadian organization, I'm gonna leave a link to the King Randall thing, the construction thing. My last video, you can go check that out. I actually talked about that. I didn't think I was going to put that lawsuit in here because I don't think that's a scam. He lost a lawsuit to Dunn. That was $3,000. He still haven't paid him. But I don't think that's a scam technically. Even though he was working for you, you didn't want to pay him. So much is coming out about this guy. We're talking about these bills that he had going on. Dude, you had collected over $200,000 one year. You could have paid any of these bills at any time. You just chose not to. And this is where we get into the embezzlement. Now, I'm not going to do anything with this video, but I just want to show you guys one of Umar Johnson fans who paid for him to come up there. And of course, Umar Johnson, he lectures black people. He loves to do that. So we're going to listen to pretty much this guy who apparently has issues with, and you can feel how you want to feel about Jason Black, the Black Authority. Feel how you want to feel about him. But you can't, on one hand, say that the Black Authority, pretty much he's denigrating him and calling him all types of stuff. He's hiding and all that stuff. Don't show his face. I'm gonna face his channel, whatever. But he's talking about the Black Authority, but then he's giving praise and co-signing everything Umar Johnson does, which gives me the idea that you're completely illegitimate to talk about anybody when you're standing up here, you're standing tall, you're 10 toes down with this scammer. So I'm just gonna play that video for the rest of this, but I am working on this school scam thing. If you have anything you want me to add, something I might have overlooked because I haven't looked into everything Umar Johnson's done, but I'm trying to give a comprehensive scam timeline of things that he's taken money for, never performed, or he's collecting money for, and we can actually prove it was a scam. We can prove that he actually finessed people. There's no doubt about it. That's what I want to do with this timeline. FDMG is just a scam, dude. He just we already know about that. We don't even have to talk about that. But we can actually prove that he's done this stuff with video evidence, with his own words, with people, witnesses coming out, testimonies. We have that, and that's what I want to make this timeline about. Without further ado, let me just go and play that video. It's just some video I had. I just want to throw that out there because these Umar simps is ridiculous. Now, I don't know if he's still Umar Johnson, but he did pay Umar Johnson when Umar Johnson was saying that, give me $500 or something. You get 30 minutes of my time. His time is not worth $500 because of 30 minutes. Because if it's worth $500 for 30 minutes, that means it's $1,000 per hour. Nobody's paying Umar Johnson that type of money.
Our weakness is our lack of commitment. The one word that Black people are allergic to is sacrifice. We do not want to hear that word when it has to do with money, when it has to do with time. You understand? Our issue is we are not willing to sacrifice our money, our relationship with white people. You understand? We don't want to sacrifice our business, our home. We want to be liberated, but we want to be comfortable during that liberation struggle. That right there is the Achilles heel of the Negro society. We want freedom, but we don't want to pay for that freedom. And that's why we are where we are.
Yeah. Yes. Now, and I agree with everything you just said because that's we have everybody wants something for nothing and everybody wants everything now. And when you start actually like laying out that you might have to put the work in for something you might never see, it might not happen in your lifetime. You might not see the fruits of that labor in your lifetime, but you have to plant those seeds and water those seeds, and one day those seeds will bear fruit. There's a reason why we say Rome wasn't built in a day.
Okay, so I played that right there. Now I want you to hear what he has to say about Jason Black, the Black Authority, because he was up there with a Sidian, and let's listen to what he has to say about Jason Black, the Black Authority. Because he's up there agreeing with Umar. Now, I don't have the whole interview. Unfortunately, I deleted that whole interview, but it was like 45 minutes long. Maybe I can find it somewhere. But let me see. Let me play him what he said about the Black Authority.
I'm sitting here listening to you on this issue, and I think you're raising valid points as it relates specifically to Jason Black and pro-blacks. As you know, many people think I'm a pro-black, but I'm not. I don't consider myself to be a pro-black. Although I'm black-centric, I'm not a pro-black, and the reason why is because of the hypocrisy you're pointing out. I find many of these pro-blacks, especially on the internet and on YouTube, to be disingenuous, opportunistic, hypocritical, and nothing more than race drifters. And we're talking about an individual who's so pro-black that he hasn't even shown his face on YouTube. So how can I take a person like this serious? You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you are. You know what I mean? At least the only reason why you're able to make these, say what you're saying about just pearly things, you know why? You know who she is because she cams up. And you don't even do that, brother. I don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just be real. Many of these pro-blacks, they don't want to have to compete in the global marketplace with other groups of people. They want a monopoly on the black consumer, and they want to monopolize black dollars and black in black attention. Like I think Jason Black is looking at it from the perspective of, look at her in there, in in the black, manosphere sector, getting money from black men and stuff like that. They should be giving me that money, and I'm Jason Black. I'm at least I'm black. They should be giving me that money. But at the end of the day, I don't view Jason Black any more qualified to speak on relationship issues between black men and black women at just pearly things.